Hello everyone, SunSunDuck2, welcome to another mod overview, this time on Hunter mod, a mod that simply adds a new mob, the Hunter. These spawn in jungle biomes usually, and above sea level. They fire Hunter specific arrows that give the target a poison and glowing effect. Other than that, obviously they can have the following enchantments on a bow. And the only features added are the arrows and the mob. And there is also better default biome support as well. So, we'll go, I guess, with the 115 version, just because why not? And we'll just spawn them in. This is what they look like, and that's how much damage you get initially from each arrow. Besides the poison effect, which and glowing effect, which I assume goes for a few seconds. So we'll try again. 10 seconds. Okay. So we'll try and attack them ourselves if we can, and give their own arrows against them. There we go, and we've now defeated them, and got an advancement, and nothing seemed to have dropped there. So, try spawning in another one. And yeah, the arrows are not actually craftable, so you aren't going to get them as easily. Oh, come on. Really? That's annoying. Especially since I was sure that I dealt with enough, but apparently not. So we'll just try with the sword, and we'll see how many hits we can get in. It's not too bad. You will get, obviously, Hunter's arrows, of course. I don't think you can actually get the bow to drop, as there is no actual bow item. As you can see, if I just go here, there's no bow item whatsoever, so it's only the arrows that you're likely to get here. And then you can use alongside your own. Even though I'm pretty sure they're supposed to have a unique bow anyways, so we'll just get our stuff back if we can. Where is it? Here we go. Just run around, there we go. So they're not the best shot, except if it's like that. Just because I'll let them, of course, so yeah, you're just mostly going to get Hunter's arrows from them. You're not going to get a bow that's enchanted, or a Hunter's bow at all, so yeah, keep that in mind. And in 116 versions, it's basically the same. It's just you've got the mob and you've got the arrows, and we'll just spawn them in, see how they go about us. Yep, still the same damage. Oop, didn't mean to hit the animal there. Oh, come on. Yeah, you get there right when there's a cactus, right? Oop, there we go. Hunter's bow, and so on, and it tells you even how much is there, so... Okay, so there's more advancements if you get attacked by them besides just defeating them. So there is that, which the 115.2 version did not have, because I don't think we had yet. Yeah, I don't think we did. So arrows and such, and we just got a single arrow there, so yeah. My guess is that we we're actually taking it... Actually, we were taken out by them, weren't we? It does still tell you that they're hunted. Okay, so we did. Fair enough. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of what contents are in the game. Now there is obviously configs, so I think this is this is 116 one, and we'll put the 115 beside it, and you can see there is some slight differences. Now there is a vegetable decoration sort of thing, or vegetation decoration, sorry, on this side, and there isn't on this one. But there is also biome support as well that you can set up here, so there is slight differences between them. So let's go to the 115 one first, of course, which has the ability for you to set the drop chance, which is 8, as well as obviously here, in terms of the actual Hunter's bow. So maybe I need to actually change that then. We'll actually see what happens. So we go, say 200 here, and we /reload, and we'll see if any changes happen there. We'll defeat a few hunters, see what happens. We'll get a sword. I should probably just put armor or enchantments on my sword or armor and such, but we'll just go with what we can by just cheating him in. So we'll just attack him like so, and just see what we get. Hopefully we get a chance of it. And I hope I don't have to actually what's it, reload the game. I think I'm probably gonna need to, like, completely from scratch, but slash reload should work. No luck there, so I might just redo this one real quick. And in the meantime, we'll work on the other. What are you doing? You doing anything? Yes? No? Are you going? I assume so, yep. So in the meantime, while that's doing that, we've got the actual weight of the actual entity. So I'm assuming that'll obviously determine like the speed, which is like how much they drop or something like that, or their actual chance of spawning, I guess, in a way, technically. I think the weight is more so for when it comes to mobs in this way that it's setting it, I don't know. You've got the maximum amount of hunters to spawn in a group, so you can have an actual group of hunters, like I spawned the 3 there. And then the minimum of the group is 1. So there is a bunch of them scouting the area for things to hunt, of course. And then under debug, you've got hunters with a glowing effect, which is false. Now I don't know if this means when it comes to using the hunter arrows on hunters themselves, or if it's just in general, say you hit them or something, and maybe it's spectral arrows or something. Or when you hit them without spectral arrows and it's just a typical hit on them and it's just like, hey, you've hit the hunter, they also glow for whatever reason. I don't know, I'm not sure about that one. Actually, yeah, it is actually debug, so I guess just to highlight them for the sake of debugging, technically. I don't know why I thought the other. And then you've obviously got the feature for removing all vegetation to see if the hunter is spawning. Please note hunters can't spawn in complete daylight, so there is that. And then for 1.16, we've got pretty much the same ones, except for the fact that you've got a spawn logger in the debug, which enables a logger for more information about the registered spawns, which you can enable or disable that feature. And in 1.16, the other additional feature is the actual biome categories and where they will spawn. So if you don't want them to spawn in jungles, you can have them spawn in other biomes, or I assume that's also for the sake of support of better default biomes, possibly. Which I don't know if that's a thing yet. Does that carry across here? Probably not. It's still early, that one, so I'm not sure. And this is for 1.16.1. Well, what better default biomes was... Hang on, let's go back. Which I think is also 1.16.1. No, 1.16.3. Okay, cool. And there is a 1.16.3 version of this, which I obviously am using. So there we go. Nope. Oh, it's because I didn't close it, right? Yeah, that's why. Whoops, my bad. Alright, there we go. That'll work. Just close that, and that should be fine, I assume. But yeah, other than that, that should be pretty much everything. We'll just wait for the game obviously to load, and see what our actual chances are for a hunter bow. If it makes any difference, and I should also use looting, of course, to better get a chance at harvesting the bow from them. So yeah, just wait a bit. Shouldn't be too long. Get down how many mods I got in here. Okay, and just jump into the world real quick. Okay, so we get looting, we're at it. Looting 3 in particular, oh come on. Looting 3, and we'll get sharpness as well, just because we're going to make things easier. Anvil, let's see, XP. Alright then, so you, and you, we'll ignore you because you're for a different mod. Oop. Come on, there we go, hunter bow. Okay, so it's just a regular bow with punch 1 and power 1, of course, which we obviously know based on what's here. So yeah, just wasn't sure if it actually wasn't, because I know there isn't one in the actual mod. Yeah, okay, it's just I couldn't tell with the actual enchantments on it, so obviously it does look like that. And I'm assuming, yep, so with 200 every time you're likely to, I assume even regardless of the actual sword. We'll actually take a look. My guess is you probably don't even need it at all. Yes, you get it either way if it's 200, so that's fair enough. So, yeah, and I don't know if we got more arrows because of looting or not. Probably. But either way. That should be everything. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.